And hello. This is Lady Bishop Kathy Kiuna, and you're watching Woman Without Limits. Oh my gosh. Before I tell you anything else, like, share, comment, and then subscribe. Please don't hang out with us and then just leave us. You know, you hang out with us, but then you subscribe. Finya. Finya means press. Press the subscribe button. Today, I have guests that are for come and see. I'm telling you, you just buckle your safety belt, you'll understand. Because you need to be belted so that you can understand where we are taking off quick, fast, and in a hurry. Today, I have an amazing couple that I have loved over the years. I literally feel like they're my biological children. Yeah, you can't guess. Now you're trying to guess. Who is it? Stop trying. The name is Nyawira and Moji. Hey guys. Misunderstood.
Hala.
Eh?
Woo!
Hey.
Misunderstood and woman without limits have finally met.
Can you imagine
Oh
they are
my
finally
gosh.
met?
Yeah. The year
You're
is
the one
over now.
who is used to asking people
Can
questions.
you imagine
Sasa
how the tables
umeshikwa.
turn?
Umepatikana.
Oh, this is such an honor, Mom. We are so honored to be here. We love you. We love you.
And
we
I
love
love
you.
you.
We love you without shame,
Yeah.
publicly, privately, everywhere.
I
We
love
honor
you.
and celebrate you fully.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, even
Yeah.
before we go on,
Yeah.
what do you mean you just gave birth? Stop. Nyawira, you like joking with people. See, your stomach is even smaller than it was before. What is
God.
this?
If only they knew the turmoil this morning. Shout out to all
Moji
moms
was
out
helping
there.
you.
Hey, it was a toil. Moji, button. It has to be this outfit.
It has to fit.
It has to fit.
Somehow.
You like it or not, it has to fit this one. So we are grateful.
But see, you look nice.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
So let me tell you.
Yeah.
The first time I saw you, now properly,
Yeah.
was when you were doing you were
Masika.
emceeing for Masi Masika.
Yeah.
And I looked at you and I was like, oh, she's so beautiful. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my gosh. And then
Yeah.
I knew that Moji is your husband.
Yes.
That day.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, stop. He's my boy. You know? How is my boy? How is my boy your husband? What is this? What's going on? You know?
Oh my goodness.
And I completely just fell in love.
Yeah.
And then you started coming to Daughters
Yes,
of Zion.
yes.
Yeah.
In fact, that was so funny because that was the first time I officially came to JCC. I think we came when you were performing when the convention had Sinach. You remember?
Uh-huh.
And we went
Funke.
upstairs and Lady Bishop Funke was
Yeah.
actually one of the ministers. So
Right.
I remember we went upstairs and he was being hosted as a guest. So I told him, oh, please introduce me to Lady Bishop. Please introduce me. So you were hosting Sinach. So
Yeah.
you said, is this your wife? I said, yeah, I'm the wife. I'm the wife.
It's me.
I'm the wife. So after that, I said I have to come. The next time I came for the DOZ convention, the DOZ meeting, you were doing prayers for your convention. It was your birthday.
Oh.
I remember.
Yeah.
And we came and
Was
you
it
said,
when Bishop surprised me?
No. It was the
Okay.
one before. It was later. It was that year after I think Bishop
Okay.
had passed on.
Yeah.
Yes. So we came and you called, is there anybody here for the first time? I said, by the way, it's true. I'm here for the first time. I came up. I have my 3 books. And I'm telling every lady, if you come, there's a book for you. So you better be coming.
Oh
You better
my
be coming.
gosh.
You better be coming.
To the DOZ.
You better be coming. Oh. So
By
I came,
the
I
way.
got my books, and I think
Wow.
that time you told me to come upstairs and have tea with you, and we spent so much time together. I've never forgotten
That's
it.
when you became my child.
I became.
You know,
he was
Moji, this one. I was telling her, I feel like you're my child. Like,
Yes.
I feel like I literally gave birth to you. What is this?
Yep,
You know?
You should see when you text or call.
Yeah.
Lady Bishop. Like, hey, do you run to the phone like that when I text? I'm like, Crazy.
Wow.
But we love you so much.
That's
Completely.
amazing.
Yes.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love you too.
Ah.
And you are now doing, you started doing DJing
Yes.
for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
I
imagine?
came for Oasis, I
Yeah.
think the first time.
Yeah.
Well back.
I came here, I think during COVID.
Yes.
Invited by Pastor D.
Yeah.
And then later on, I came for the service.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember the service was live on TV.
Mm.
And you were there, and Bishop was there. And
Right.
we danced.
It was Youth Sunday.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bishop gave
Wow.
me the biggest hug of my life.
They called it a bear hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing he said.
Oh my God, I was like,
Yeah.
this one, I've never been hugged like this. I
Oh.
was like, hey, he has healed all my father wounds. One hug. Can do a
Wow.
lot of
It
things.
covered a lot of stuff.
So that was, and then we just kept coming,
Yeah.
kept
That's
coming for DSZ. You're like,
amazing.
hey, we need Moji. And
Yeah.
Pastor Caro would call me.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I think that's how the relationship
And
has
every
grown.
time we wanted a DJ to come and do something powerful,
Yes.
they would always say, Moji,
Moji.
Moji, call Shortbabaa, call Shortbabaa, you know?
Yes, and it's always an honor.
So
Yeah.
let's reverse and let's
Yeah.
talk about, I'm just going to throw you.
No
Yeah.
problem.
You
That's
know,
okay.
we're just going to flow like
No
that.
Yeah.
problem.
But maybe, Nyawira, you can
Yeah.
tell us,
Yeah.
who is Nyawira?
Mm.
Where are you coming from?
Wow. It's a great question.
Ebu Rudi.
back. So Nyawira, prior to being a wife and a mother, is a little girl. I don't know what to say. I speak for a living. I talk a lot, and I have graced many opportunities through emceeing, through the platform Misunderstood. But I'm a last-born child.
Yeah, let's go from that.
Yes.
I want from the last-born
I'm a last-born
child.
child to a beautiful family of, I have 2 sisters, my brother, and then myself, my dad, and now my late mom.
Right.
But that's us. We were just a cute little family of
And
4 children.
And what was your growing up like?
Oh, excellent. I loved it. I loved it completely because it was very, I wouldn't say stern, but it was very guided. Yeah. And I think looking back now, it was very intentional. So many people say, oh my God, you can speak so well in front of people. You're so confident. It's because my father and mother used to do that intentionally. We would go for family functions, Lady Bishop, and my dad and mom would observe you. Yeah. And then in the car going home, would ask, why weren't you speaking? Why did you say anything?
What?
Yeah. Or why did you say that? Yeah. And I used to think, other kids are being told sleep. You know, other kids are having fun. You know, what is this?
What is this about speaking?
Yeah, what is speaking thing? What? And they would be so intentional. Like, I remember young, I think I was in class 3, that's maybe 9 years old. I remember my dad gave me Dr. King's speech and would make me say it to him as we were driving to school.
Martin Luther.
Yeah, and I used to wonder, what's up with this guy?
Right.
Yeah, and the Bible, and it was very intentional. I was raised in a very intentional home. Now I understand it.
Wow.
At that time, I was like, you kids are having fun.
Right.
You calm down. Yeah, but now I get it.
So he was intentional in
Completely.
your speaking.
Completely. And I didn't know it as a gift, Lady Bishop. No, I didn't. I didn't know it was anything. I didn't know it could become anything. At the time, I just thought kids should speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because
something.
that's what you were taught to do.
Exactly.
Right.
I didn't know.
Was he doing that to your other siblings?
They were, but not as focused. So for all of them, there has been a thing that they focused on for all of them.
Wait. Different.
Yeah. Because like
So
all
it's
of
like
us,
he knew somebody's strength.
completely.
Stop.
And I'm telling you,
What are you saying?
Because if you sit with my siblings, you would actually get to see very different expressions of how we've been raised. Yeah, very similar in grounding, but very, very different when it comes to certain things. Like you can tell your intellect in certain areas. The one thing he had to always tell us was, you must know something. You can't be stupid. In fact, he always used to tell us, stupid people will not enter heaven. That's what he tell us. So I was like,
He said you cannot be stupid.
you will not enter heaven. So do you want to miss heaven? You can't be stupid. You must know something. You must know something. And so ever since I was
like
a kid,
you.
even till today,
Hey.
every time I'm around somebody, I usually feel like, do you know something? Do you know
Will
something?
you enter
here?
heaven?
Will you enter heaven? So I think shout out to my dad. It was very, very deliberate.
Wow.
Very deliberate.
So in a Christian home.
Completely
So
born
he was
again.
born again.
Yes, we were all raised saved. I got saved very young. I got saved at 8. Yeah, and my mom and dad, it was so funny because I remember the day I got saved. We were at Nairobi Pentecostal Church. At that time, it was CITAM,
Right.
but that time it was NPC at Karen.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think he's still alive. Pastor White was the one preaching.
Yeah.
And he gave this powerful message about love and everything. And I was a little kid. That day I refused to go to Sunday school. So I sat down. The altar call was called. I lifted my hand. My mom was like, "It's not a joke." I was like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm going for that altar call.
But she said it's not a joke.
Put on that hand. Stop misbehaving. And I went to the front. And that's the thing I think I have to really appreciate about the church then.
Yeah.
Even as a young child, I was still discipled. Yeah, every Sunday there was a lady, she rested. Her name was Rose. She would meet me every Sunday and ask, "Have you prayed this week? Have you read the Bible this week?"
Wow.
And I didn't know that was discipleship, but she was discipling me.
She was being intentional as well.
Completely. So that's how we grew up in the faith. That was very young. So even up until today, in my big age, every birthday, my dad sends me a Bible. I'm not kidding. Ask Moji how many Bibles we have in the house.
He sends you a Bible.
It will be a standard. It
For
will always
every
be
salvation.
every
What are you-
birthday.
For
Nyawira,
every birthday.
it's your birthday, so let's get a Bible. And when he doesn't, he'll ask you, "Did you get something for yourself?" And he's waiting to hear, "Is it a Bible you got? Is it a Bible you got?"
And the Bibles
And the
keep
Bible's
getting bigger.
bigger and bigger. It's like, what are you trying to tell me?
Oh, he buys bigger.
Oh, mom.
Oh,
it's
commentaries.
With
I
a
like
commentary
him.
on this. It's a, hey,
I
my
like
gosh.
him. I like him. No wonder you're worded. No wonder.
But you see, and I think that's the thing, and maybe just to encourage every parent out there, is like, sometimes it looks foolish, but be in the habit of it. It doesn't have to be you, but expose them to those things. Yeah.
Bible,
But even
prayer,
church.
church.
Let them be there.
Right.
It'll work. So I've always been those kids. Yeah. I let people, I don't have that crazy side where, oh my
You
God.
never deviated
No,
at all?
No.
You
See,
never
like I watched
deviate-
your story. I was like, guy,
Man,
and
is
imagine
that-
she's
man-
the bishop. Ask here who was straight and narrow. Tumekazana, kuna kitu bado.
Let me tell you my story. Hey. Even me, I'm like, God, you're
a wonder.
You're humorous.
But that's the story, Mom. And I
Wow.
found my path. Granted, I was stupid along the way because of youthful foolishness.
Yeah.
But I don't think I had that extreme. No, I didn't.
So you never did anything extreme.
No. Many mistakes were made because of friends. Of course, failed. Let me turn this side.
Yeah.
Bad relationships and bad boyfriends.
Yeah.
Those are the standard. But I've learned so much along the way.
Yeah.
Now I know better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would not like forget this boy thing and blah blah blah.
No.
You would get heartbroken. You would
Quickly.
be able to deal with
You
it.
cry quickly. You cry. And then remember, Jesus loves you.
Would your
Go back to
parents
the work.
know?
I didn't expose him to that side. No, because I got a heartbreak later in life.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, the heartbreak is actually what led us to being married, but that's a story for another day.
Okay.
Oh no, here today.
It's not
It's
for
here
another
today.
day. It's here
It's here
today.
today.
Yeah. Moji, I'm coming to you.
Story without limits.
And there you go. So hold it right there.
I'm
We are
holding
coming
it
back.
Yes.
Moji.
Yes.
Who is Moji?
Who is Moji?
Yes.
Story yake inakaa poa. But
She looks saved from the beginning.
yeah, I was like, hey. But Moji is James Moya Mukige.
Yeah.
He's a firstborn in a family of 3. But that was not the beginning.
Yeah.
So if you asked me that when I was like 11, I would have told you I'm a 9th born in a family of 8 because I was a teen pregnancy. My mom had me when she was still like 16, 17. So for up until my preteen year time, that's when we moved in and started living with my dad. I grew up with my grandmother. So my genesis, like what mainly her dad could be for me is my shosho. My shosho is like
So your mom went and left you there with your shosho?
No, we used to live together.
Was she there as well?
Tulilelewa pamoja na yeye.
Mama yake aliwalea.
17.
Yeah, 17.
She's young.
Sisi wote tunalelewa sisi wote hapo. So that started in my Mahio, but my Mahio in Kawangware. And then when I was just 1 or 2 years, we moved to Nairobi, Ngando, which is near Lenana School. That's a mtaa that I grew up in. And then I grew up around a lot of love, being creative as I am.
Yeah.
And just like her, I was very encouraged to be creative. I was never stifled.
Yeah.
It was like, because I was naturally, people would not believe it, but I'm a very quiet person.
You are.
Extremely.
Moji, sasa wacha.
Extremely.
What do you no?
I'm not even kidding you,
But
Mom.
you like joking.
In our home, I'm the extrovert.
Yeah.
Moji is the one who will come and say, okay, so, In fact, sometimes I usually feel pity for him because
No.
like, this girl will not keep quiet. Completely. Mom, completely.
I would have paid to
Really?
say is the opposite.
Oh,
I
no.
know. So imagine the culture shock when she met me.
Yeah.
And then now kukuja sasa in the secret place. I go like, oh jamaa,
He's a con
is he
man.
pretending
How
out here? Nini, like, utaki kuniona leo. I'm like, yeah, it's like kukuona nataka kukaa peke yangu. Like,
Completely, Mom.
So we had a lot of fights
Stop.
actually.
No way.
Initially, she could not understand. She could not reconcile that I'm
The
like,
two.
Yeah.
This person that makes everybody laugh
and
dance and
nothing.
then now
Off the
suddenly you're just
stage.
hey, I want
Completely.
to be alone.
off the stage. You're quiet.
Completely.
Yeah. And when I get home, I need like
A few
1
hours.
hour to just decompress.
Adjust yourself and decompress.
What's that? Sorry, Zimbabwe.
You're socially maxed out.
Completely.
Yeah, my battery is zap.
It's zero.
I need to go and recharge. Na yeye sasa akiingia ametoka DOZ.
Of course, my God, you don't understand.
We were there seated with Mom, and then she looked at me, and then she said this, and then she's describing the whole room.
Yeah.
Me, I'm there like, hey. Tunapiga story kesho.
Can you imagine, Mom?
And I have to receive that story yote.
All of it.
Like for real.
It's the funniest thing.
What?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good balance.
But what has surprised me is I would have thought the opposite.
Oh,
Nobody- no.
Like she would be the quiet one and you would be.
No. It's a complete opposite.
Oi.
You wish.
I wish.
But it's
Wow.
good because now me, after I've done my whole act here of being Moji, I
Right.
go home now, I can be entertained.
You can relax and be entertained. Wow.
I've been told all the jokes. And
So
all
tell
the
me,
stories.
because you haven't even told me how you met and we are coming there. So then your mom got married or what?
Yes, so I got married to my dad.
Yeah.
So we moved in with my dad, and then we had I had the two siblings now. So there's a 15-year difference between me and my brother, and a 17-year difference between me and my sister. So my sister is in she's doing her final year of high school now, and my bro just cleared.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you are worlds apart.
We are worlds apart.
What's the relationship like?
With my siblings. So now, again, as God's plan would have it, when I was 23, we lost our mom. So by then, yes, and by then they had separated with my dad.
Yeah.
So I became brother Baba. It's like I'm the brother, but
And
then
the dad.
The dad.
yes, I had
you took
to
the role of
Yes.
responsible person over the family.
Yes. So in fact, there's always a joke where my sister is like, okay, so
I'm
now
talking to you
I want
as-
to talk to you as my brother. I don't want you to start being serious.
Being
Nataka
a father.
kukuambia true story ya ufala. So I don't want, But again, God, humorous God. My show now, the one who raised me, is the one now who stayed with them.
Oh.
So for a period, in fact, when she met me, I had moved out, but then I used to like be in my house, and then I'd go like spend the weekend with them and be with them and whatever. So I used to tell her, hey, by the way, mimi nimeenda kupeleka snacks za wiki and all that.
Right.
So so my family, my aunties, and all of us have participated in raising raising my siblings.
Right.
But now we ended up being very close with them because of that relationship. Now we're very, very close
With your siblings.
with my siblings. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like I have best of both worlds because my uncles
Yeah.
are like my siblings. My uncles and aunties are like my siblings. Then they're like,
That's why you're saying you don't know
Parents
to
as
say
well.
9
yeah,
or 3.
yes. So they're like, I'm like their siblings. Then
Yeah.
I'm like their last born.
Yeah.
And then I'm like their
Nephew.
niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Yes. And then out to my brother and sister again, I'm like that.
Yeah.
So that has been my upbringing. And
Did you become riotous at any time?
actually
Were you born again? When did you get born?
So again, when you grow up with a shosho, they
Yeah.
don't play. Shoshos don't play.
Yeah.
They're very strict.
Strict.
Yes. I've seen kwa wale wamelelewa na shosho wenye wanauzanga changa,
Yeah.
utapika changa.
Yeah.
So thank God wangu alikuwa wa kanisa.
Okay.
So nitaenda kanisa. I remember we used to go to
Ni
church.
dance ya kanisa.
Yeah.
Hapo ulikuwa unapatiza wimbo.
Exactly.
Spot
So
on.
we used to go to a church. We used to go to church.
Yeah.
And then my shosho, if I needed to leave the church, like if it wasn't Sunday school time, it was just a service and I needed to leave, I had to lift up my hand and I had to ask permission from my shosho. I could not just leave the church.
Wow.
I had to be she was very whatever.
Strict.
She's very Christian, and my mother as well. So
Yeah.
she mentored my mother again from whatever. My mother again got very staunch. So my mother was very, very staunch. So my mother used to do, actually sasa mother yangu alipeleka level ingine to what my grandmother alimfundisha. Alikuwa na fast 21 days, you know. They used to go to Karura, you know, in Karura were the caves.
Right.
So that's my foundation. I used to do whatever. And again, my dad again was also, at some point in his life, he was a very serious Christian.
Right.
Yes. Saina Mombea. But
Yeah.
he had a stint where he was very serious in my formative years.
Right.
So they encouraged me to be a church boy wa kanisa. And so I never had those, again, just like her, I've done my mistakes, but I've never had like a phase where I've gone like crazy.
Yeah.
And then now when I discovered music and I wanted to be a gospel artist, that also now encouraged me to like work on my faith, because I was like, hey, if I'm gonna be an artist, I need to know, I need to be in this. So my social circle and everything became very Christian.
It was all young. Christian, like you were surrounded by. So you never got to a point where you said, forget this and rioted when you were just in Christ.
Yeah, there are a few mistakes here and there.
Of course, the normal.
But to go kwa barabara.
Yeah.
From high school, come out of high school, look for Christian artists.
Yeah.
So I'm just in that. I'm just in that circle. So you're just there. You're learning. You're whatever. So that has been my journey. Sijakuwa na hizo sijakuwa na hiyo phase ati mimi nilivuta shisha 10 years. No. Nilipigwa risasi. No.
Ati nilikuwa nakunywa nini? Nothing.
Yeah. But we believed my shosho could actually see. She's like very prophetic.
So you believed she would see you doing it.
Yeah. But then up to now, and she knows.
Yeah.
She's very prophetic. Like even now, the day I took Pastor George to see her, and Pastor George was prophesied to.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting.
Yeah, just like that.
Wow.
So I used to, half of my Apple teenage, whatever, my shosho and my mother.
Watakuona.
They will see a vision of my madness.
Don't behave.
So you would just behave.
That voice.
So that caused you to behave.
Yeah, that caused me to behave.
Wow.
And then now, by the time I'm in my later years as a teenager and then young adult, by then God orchestrated, again, meet Pastor George, all that. And then now you become, and then now losing my mom also made me like, I didn't even have time for jokes.
Yeah.
Because now I'm 22, 23.
Oh, when you lost her?
Yeah. So
she was so young as well.
Yeah, she was 40, yeah. So
what ailed her?
It was just sudden death. We never really got in, like,
to know what
stuff like that. Yes.
That was even more devastating.
It was great. I had to pray my way through because at that time I felt really lost because I was doing high school missions. So for artists back then, it was when you're done with high school, one of the ways to get to kickstart yourself in the ministry is that you do high school missions because they're available every Sunday. There's somebody going to a school.
Right.
So we used to do high school missions with Kubamba.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm here trying to save a generation. Then you take my mother. And it was after years of doing that artist thing. And then my mother was having a hard time because of now the separation and everything. So it had actually, finally gotten my first check. It was under the bed when they told me she passed.
What?
My first big check ile ya naenda kuspoil huyu baba. She won't have to worry about this, I'm going to get this for her. So it was just under my bed. So, because I remember it was like 2nd of January. So after 31st, we've done the gig. Now I'm resting. I see a lot of guys coming and then they break the news. So it was crazy. So I actually went back to God and I told him, you know what, this is too much. If truly this is your doing, just give me the peace to go through it because this is too much. And he granted me peace.
Yeah.
So I never really, even like crying and whatever during that time, I never really cried. Yeah, nilikuja kulia baadaye, like.
Oh, baadaye you cried.
Yes, like 5 years, 7 years later. Yeah, I'd just be in a nini, nasikia mtu amesema, acha ni call mama yangu.
Moji.
And we on social media and I'm
Moji.
by your mama okay, Moji.
Sina mama. Oh no.
And then now there are so many things that we had prayed with my mother.
Yeah.
And then now when they started manifesting now that also became whatever. I remember when my brother cleared primary school.
Yeah.
My family has never seen me cry. So my brother clears high school. We're there. I don't know what we're seeing the results. When you were there. And then I cried for like 10 minutes. You know, they were laughing.
Yeah, like what's happening?
Like
up
what's
with this
going
guy?
on?
Who's
Like
this
is he
guy?
even crying for real?
What's up
Is
with
this
him?
part of the comedy?
Is he sick? What is he shooting?
Yeah.
Because I think when my mother died, the switch that switched on is I'm always like,
Get it done.
get it done. So if like Nyawira is like, I want to do this, I'm like, okay, so now what do we do? So okay. So it's like that. What do we do? We need to figure out. I can't shoot this song, let me shoot the other one. I can't, and it's like that. So like to slow down, it's like now when it's later now, when I met Nyawira, she unlocked my soft side. I'm joking.
Come on.
But it's actually
You'll give us that one now.
Exactly true. But yeah, so
God be the
later
glory.
on is when I've gotten to like now like
Like deal with it.
grieve and deal with it. And I can't say I've fully dealt with it. I'm still dealing with it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
10 years later.
You know, Moji, let me tell you. They say that the most important thing to do is to grieve properly. Like, just take the process. Because sometimes when you ignore the process and you just like ignore it completely, then it comes to hit you. That's why you, when somebody says that to their mom, they're calling their mom, you just burst out because it's still within.
They're triggers.
There are those triggers. And of course, the triggers never end even when you grieve. The triggers never really
go
end. But it's always good to deal with it.
Yeah.
Now hold that thought right there. We come back at you are heartbroken.
Before love came.
Sasa, you as beautiful as you are.
That you see, you've gotten a message. That's what I was even telling the guy. I was like, So let me give you disclaimer.
Yes.
The different relationships I was always in, I was never the girl who was dumped. I was always the one who would call the shots.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm done. Moving on. I know
Yes.
something better is coming.
Yes.
I'm the prize. I'm the prize. Hey,
Bye.
Mom. God of all humility. I dated this guy. We dated, I think, for what, maybe a year and a half. And then one day he decides it's
He
over.
doesn't want.
I don't want this anymore. First the shock was, are you sure what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's me you're telling.
It's me. It's me you're telling.
Yeah.
And then it was so weird because I didn't know what that feeling was of heartbreak that way. So I was so confused. I was like, is this anger? Is this resentment? What happens now? Yeah, why am I feeling bad?
Or is it that you're not believing?
Yeah. And it was so bad because, and let me tell you, it's so bad to be dangerous in that area. And maybe it's just to also tell every girl who thinks that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's actually dangerous because what I had psychologically planned because of control obsession was that I would get back with him.
Yeah.
Then I dump him because I must have the power.
He cannot.
You'll never be there.
We are the problem. I was the problem completely. But I was so heartbroken, Mom. And in fact, let me tell you, that was actually the beginning of one of the most beautiful stories ever. Because immediately I broke up, immediately I was dumped, I went to see my pastor. And my pastor, by the way, Pastor George.
He was still your pastor?
At the time, we had just begun church. Actually, we were doing like a small fellowship at the time.
Right.
So I went and told him, hey, Pastor, by the way, I think my anointing is for Paul. Me, maybe I'm not meant to be married. He laughed at my face. Like, you silly child. Go and eat. Go, calm down.
What are you saying?
And he laughed and he laughed. He said, Nyawira, you married. Calm down. Just calm down.
Just cool it.
At the time, I didn't even know because at the time church was just starting and we were in the leadership at the time, and so we were setting up the church. You get there early, you panga seats, you do everything. You usher, you MC, you do prayers, you beat. It was a lot of work. But it was so weird. At the time, we were doing all those things with Moji. But we were not seeing each other that way. Nope. No. Hey, tuko kazi, brother. Please.
Ni kazi.
And it was so funny because we were such beautiful friends. It was the ones that were not even trying to make moves on each other. It's like, we're friends. Let's get this thing done.
Do those things.
Yeah. So now, because we used to do Bible study on Tuesdays, so at a Bible study, Moji would drop me home as he's going. So we would spend a lot of time together. And I think
But you're not even thinking in those
no,
lines.
No. But a girl
Moji,
always
who are you
knows.
thinking? Who are you thinking?
I wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't.
Mom, I'm telling you why a girl was thinking.
Eh.
It gets to a place where I was the brains now.
Eh.
So I sat in the car one time when we had done this for a while now, maybe 3 going 6 months.
Yeah.
And I told him, by the way, what's up? Yeah, like,
How is it that you drop me like this?
like we're spending a lot of time together. What's going on here? Oh. Sisters, if the brother is an introvert, that question can throw him into a hole. Moji went into hibernation. Mom, let me nikah him now. He went missing a whole week. He went quiet. Hibernation like a bear, like hiding.
Stop
hiding
it.
completely.
No.
So you text, you can tell the text vibe
The
is
answer
beeping.
is just
yes.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good. Are you okay? Hey.
I'm looking for his voice.
Yeah. So I kept asking, what's going on? What's up with this
Oh
guy?
my, yeah. Like what just happened?
Then he surfaces.
Eh.
He tells me, hey, by the way, I'm really sorry that you had to ask it first. So I think there's something here. So, Mom, no. He hasn't told me I have a girlfriend. He hasn't told me anything. He just said, I think there's something. So I keep quiet. I was like, okay, this is now
This is
hope.
interesting.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah.
So one day we went for a drive in Limuru. The tea, beautiful. Me in my head, I was like, today is the day he's going to ask me to be his girlfriend. This is the day.
This is a day.
The environment is right. We're seeing tea leaves. It's green. Oh my God.
It's a greener pastures.
It's a greener pastures. Yes. We drive. He's not asking anything. We're enjoying good music, conversation in the car. We're enjoying. Me, I'm like, Uncle, ask the question.
Yeah.
Ask the
Uncle,
question. He's not. We drive. So it's now, we're almost getting back to the house.
And this uncle is quiet.
No. What stories? Vibes. Me, in my head, I'm like, the day is over.
Yeah.
Are you telling me? What are you saying, brother?
Like all that green was for nothing.
For nothing. All those tea leaves were for nothing. So we get to, where I used to stay, I stayed with my dad.
Yeah.
So where we used to stay, there was a place where we could get food right there near our place. And so in the parking lot, he says, do you want tea? I said, yeah, I want tea. So he goes outside quickly, gets tea from the restaurant and comes back to the car with two takeaway cups of tea. And he says, hey, listen, you're going to be my girlfriend. Do you want to be my girlfriend? We're going to get married in a year. I said,
no, Nyawira, stop now. Now you're pushing. What do you mean?
ask me, Mom, because in my head, the romance I had pictured that somewhere in the tea leaves there'd be roses coming out. You know, to people coming out, saxophone. Hakuna. We'll be my girlfriend in 1 year getting married. I said, hey, sir, yes, sir.
Hold on. Oh my God. Moji, please, you didn't do that.
I did it. Imagine.
Hakuna. Gangster. Gangster. It's for, are we
Nani, you're giving you a cup of tea.
Shika. Ushikilie kunywanga.
Cool yourself down with some tea.
And we went home. He dropped me home. I was a girlfriend.
You're going to be my girlfriend and we're going to marry in a year.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, I said that.
It was, and on the money, Mom. In a year.
On the Stop.
I'm not joking. It was just because of COVID.
COVID messed
COVID
us
was not through us our timing. Ideally, we were to get married in 2020. 2021, we got married May 1st.
May 1st of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
So hold on. So Moji, you just said it like that?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I told her.
So while you're driving,
Yes.
What
are you thinking of this?
Ebu
Ebu, tell us now. Me, I'm in the drive now.
Yes.
We are by the tea leaves.
We're there. So, as we were friends, me had actually reached that point where I was like, God, I'm actually trusting God for a girl that I will marry. So I'd already decided that I want to get married within a certain period. So I'm there just thinking, of course, as a man, you're looking at the options and you're like, And then now it starts dawning that, she's right here.
And you've been brought somebody right here.
Yeah.
Now, Uoni.
But then now, this friend of mine, to stop seeing her as a friend, to transition, start thinking of her as a girlfriend. That switch is crazy.
Yeah.
In my head. It's hard to see.
It's like, because now we were boys. We're telling she was telling me about her boyfriend. I was telling her about the girlfriend.
He would drop me. Yeah, he would drop me at to dates to prospects. Can you imagine? We were homies.
It was nothing. It was like we're friends. And then
you were homies like that.
Kabisa.
Even you were two boyfriends and you
completely.
By the time we're becoming very tight, she had a boyfriend. So we're just friends. By the way,
in fact, the boy who hurt my who broke my heart.
Yeah.
I was dating him when we were friends.
Yeah.
He has dropped me at dates with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because we were church mates. And then we professionally were meeting a lot because then she used to work at Groove Awards.
Yeah.
And I used to be an artist.
Oh, yes, you were working at Groove Awards.
Yes.
And you...
And that's... Little did we know.
And the
In
artist...
fact, we started at Kubamba.
At Kubamba, was that
She was there.
Yeah.
She was an artist there. She was was it an intern?
Yes,
Yeah, and then I
an
was an
intern.
artist there.
Yeah.
So I know her, like I know of her. That person you meet, you know, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm a wasichana loving to nonongeanga haraka. Hi, how are you? You're performing in 15 minutes. And then hey, I'm like, hey, chabara. So we had interacted at TSO, interacted at whatever, and then at Groove she happened to join our church.
Yeah.
So we're interacting as we are leaders in this church. We serve under Pastor George.
Yeah.
It's like that. So hey, so what's happening in your life?
Yeah.
So Mimi, I go to Kiserian. I used to live on Thika Road, but I go to Kiserian a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So I go to Kiserian because that's where my family is.
Right.
So, see, Lavington Ninja.
Yes.
I drop her, come to
And you go.
And
So you're not thinking many things.
So
that day when you're driving, that's where I want.
The tea leaves.
So I'm going to a boiling point. Because after almost a month of me now, I'm trying to be like,
can it really work?
Yeah, I travel to the States and I'm like, this friend of mine.
You are even, wait, you are already traveling to the States. Moji, nini bana wewe? Yani, what?
So,
at that time, you're already traveling.
He was, ma'am. Me in my head, as he's going, I was like, wow, well-traveled man. Seasoned in the gospel. This is a man. This is a man you can trust.
So I'm there, I'm like, why do I have to talk to this girl every day?
Yeah.
Why am I struggling with these time zones? Like, why do I have to? You know, now I'm like, last money Mongeleshe.
What is this?
Yeah. I'm there like, hey, Nisangapi Kenya. I'm like,
they have to bring her a gift.
So, so I brought her a gift. Came back, whatever. So when we're in the tea leaves, the boiling point. So I'm like, the devil is trying to discourage me not to do it. So tell me, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So we actually that day we went the tea leaves. We went for Bible study.
Right.
Yes.
Bible study.
Yes.
So after Bible study, I'm there. After Bible study, I'm there. I'm not listening to the preacher. I'm just like, God.
Will it happen?
How will it be?
And you are thinking, Yani, this man can just take me for a drive for wasting
let me listen to God. Let me listen to God.
Because my thinking was this: if I date her, I marry her.
I like this.
Because I decided if I date her, I marry her.
That's
what
you had decided.
That it was life and death. So it wasn't. I'm not gonna date her to play.
That's why you just went pa.
It was like, because even when we had the conversation the first time, I apologized. So I was like, sorry, you have to bring this up, but this is my conversation. So you wait, I'll bring up this conversation.
Then goes missing. Can you imagine, ma'am? What do you think you're thinking?
Then it goes, of course, like Yani to this is sasa mbona niliongea this with my talkative self. Couldn't I keep quiet?
Nyawira, it was a matter of time.
I told her mimi nakuoa. And at the tea leaves, I'm just like, if I date this girl, if I start dating her now, I'm gonna marry her. So I told her, I'm dating you and I'm gonna marry you.
In 1 year.
Unaniharakisha. Is this marriage?
What's the hurry?
Are you ticking a box?
Yeah. So insatiable.
I'm like, I thought you guys want marriage.
And then
I'm crazy. But because I felt like there was such a rush.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel, the way girls want to feel like the girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh, nothing. It was,
we married.
We're getting us, we're going. Sister, we're going to get married.
Sister.
Yeah, please. We're getting married.
Uncle has spoken.
We're getting married. Get your act together.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said yes?
Ma'am, there was no place to say no. Because at the time...
We are dating and marrying in a year.
So it was 20.
Tukiendanga.
But the thing that was also so interesting is that looking back, I'm grateful he went that way. Because I can't think of my life with somebody who would have wasted it. Because that period of dating into marriage, it would have been very difficult if we were there like for 5 years. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. So I looking back, I'm grateful that it went like that. Very, because it became, because we had been friends for a long time.
I'm laughing because that's exactly for me also. My husband was like, I'm here to marry.
No way.
Yes, first date. At least you are driving. You are what? First date.
You're marrying me.
He said, listen, me, it's about marriage.
Wow.
And he said, and in less than a year, we were done.
I I love it.
We were married.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
So
it's a good thing.
yeah.
It's a good thing. I think I would encourage it if it's a good relationship, get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2021 we got married.
So 2021 you got
So
married.
2019 we started dating.
Yeah.
October. And then
COVID.
and then now 2021.
So let's reverse back to when did you start singing? And when did you even know that you had this gift that could open doors for you and take you places?
So in my family, I was always an entertainer. So my family, they don't think, they know I'm a serious guy, but they just don't take me seriously to a certain extent. Like they just like, so, and even my siblings, they're always like, this guy, who is this guy?
How can he even be serious?
And then I'm like, okay, he's serious because he's doing serious things. But he's just that. So I was always an entertainer. And then, so my mom, so the initial, it was my mom, my dad, and my mom, my aunt, and my shoshu. They're always like, there's an aunt of mine called Jerry. She's my mom because she's my mom's big sister. So in fact, when I work at Nilizaliwa, my aunt, to the greater public, they lied that she was my mother. Because she was older.
Was too young.
Because my mom was too young. So I was actually her son for a long time. So her, she's always been there, my mom and whatever. So they encouraged me. So primary school, I was already writing music. And I was part of a project called Compassion in Kawangware. So there, they encourage that. Compassion International. They encourage, they give, they connect you with sponsors and stuff like that. So they were there being helped.
They
and then,
nurtured your gift.
They nurtured, Compassion actually really helped me in that initial whatever. So we used to meet every Saturday in a church setting, and we did it. After Compassion, high school, I went in. I was interested, started singing there. So high school, I met with my partner. I started in a group called Kelele Takatifu. So my first popular song is called Itakuangori.
Yeah.
That's the first song that actually broke us into the limelight.
Right.
Yes. So high school, serious about it, started recording. After high school, went straight into music. I went to college, did TV video production, but I never really pursued it. But now music became my main thing. Yes. So that's the compressed.
So was there anybody in your family singing?
No, hakuna.
None.
Hakuna. Nobody.
You just found it and took it.
Nobody. I can say now, in hindsight, they're very creative.
Yeah.
Because their storytelling is impeccable. Like my show is amazing.
She's a storyteller.
Yeah. The best. The best.
My uncles are like,
I like
comedians.
such things.
Yes. They're comedians.
Your uncles.
They can kill you.
So it's a family matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not that nobody ever expressed in singing.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, my show can actually preach. She preaches. She was actually a lady at a church for 10 years.
Wow.
Over 10 years.
Right.
So she's still on the stage. Nini.
Yeah.
My mom wasn't, she was very quiet.
Yeah.
She was just, actually, no. My mom was, now I think you would be friends. She used to express in her dressing.
Oh,
Yes. So if you walk into her space, you tell she's a creative. Even now, Nyawira sees stuffed animals. She's like, who are these for? Like, those were my mom. She used to like those things.
Yeah.
So it's just that Nimtua my mahio. So you know your area of you're limited in
of exposure is limited to
your expression is limited to your exposure.
Yes.
So she could not express anymore, but you could see she was very. And now my sister is taking after her.
Oh wow.
She's like, don't just buy me clothes.
Yeah.
This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want.
Yeah.
So that's how people were just creative. So they encouraged me because they would see that. And then now, wakati nilijua shosho yangu ni Mkristian, mama yangu ni Christian, baba yangu ni Christian, I was like, I want to do music because I want to change the world. I want to win souls for Jesus. So they were like, oh, he's a minister.
Yeah. Oh, that's how.
So that was I used that.
Wow.
So they encouraged me. They were like, okay, so you need to go to college.
Yeah.
But this is ministry. So they encouraged my singing. So nobody ever discouraged me. But they were creative. Even now when we meet, it's a very creative conversation with my family.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, it did.
So it started opening up doors for you.
Oh, it did. Of course, we did the many years from 2010 all the way to, I'd say, 2015. We're just toiling.
Of course.
Well, I think we even came
Kujaribu.
Tulikuja JCC, the teens church. We're like you have gone to every church, you have gone to every school, wapi, lakini bado vitu as GP. So, and we were doing songs and performing, but then now, and just I think God was we're in the process of just learning many things. So before Itakuangori, it was from 2010 to 2015. So 2015, we finally got that break. That opened up many doors. We're all over the country. We're all over. We even went to the States. We traveled all these other spaces. Unafika mahali unasema, I didn't even know there were many events in this country like this. You know, kuna kitu Mungu anaweza fungua mpaka ukwe like, in Nairobi kuna magana vitu mingi hivi. We don't know. So that really like now exposed us, and I think that's the time now we met in Nyawira, because now I was like, all the big gospel events were there, we headlining.
And she was in the same circles.
And she was in the same circle. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then now that was Keleta Katifu. So 2017, I went solo. Now it became Moji Shortbabaa. So that was now another.
So who gave you the name?
Moji Shortbabaa.
Yeah.
I was in high school looking for a name. And I don't know what wisdom nilikuwa na hiyo time. I said, I want a name. If I mention it, it elicits a reaction. I don't want a name that can be easily forgotten. So it's because it has to elicit a reaction. So I was like, I need a name. So Moji is from my name, James, and Mohair and whatever. And I was like, I need to add something. I need to add like a shube.
Yeah.
So I was like, Shortbabaa. Because guys used to call
You
me
mean you're the one who came up with it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But of course, the guys helped me because they used to call me Mwala because I was short. I was tiny.
Inspector.
Mwala Likobe, Nyundo, all those things. Anything associated with short people I have been called. So I was like, this tone that they throw at me, I'm gonna use it.
I'm gonna use it for my good, for my own. Can you imagine?
Imagine, yeah.
That's for your good.
Yes, yes.
So you said Moji Shortbabaa.
Shortbabaa, yeah. Because there's a friend of mine used to call me Baba. So I was like, Shortbabaa. And it just clicked. So Moji Shortbabaa, because I wanted a complete name. I don't know where I got that wisdom, but I was like, I want a name. So from that time, it used to be like, even when we were in Keleta Katifu, I still had my identity. So it was easy for me to actually switch to Moji Shortbabaa because everybody knew me as Moji Shortbabaa. My socials everywhere. I had already, I don't know how I'd seen ahead. So, and every time I say, what's your name? Moji Shortbabaa, everybody laughs.
Yeah.
They laugh, it becomes a conversation, and they never forget the name.
And they never forget the name. That's amazing. That makes a lot of sense. Wow.
Instead of getting a name, you know, people get names. My name is J-Mo with a H.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want those.
Like,
who told you a spelling?
My name is Moji with a W.
With a Y.
Where is the W?
Yeah.
Is it at
Mo?
With a Y somewhere.
Yeah, I want that.
You're like, wow, that's amazing. So Moji Shortbabaa.
Moji Shortbabaa.
That's how it came, and everybody knows you with that name.
Yes.
And now you've done so many songs that are so big, like kama hiyo ya kudance.
Dance ya kanisa, Vimbada actually now after Keleta Katifu, Vimbada became the biggest song that now opens and doors.
Even that creativity, the way you do it creatively is so beautiful.
Yes.
Because even that one, Dance ya Kanisa.
So in my head, I'm very colorful. So I think it
expresses.
Yes. And when I'm comfortable, I'm also very like creative like that. So it expresses in my music. So initially we were like, should we be? Because even with my friend, we used to be very comical. So like, by the way, you know, just to add that flavor. Let's be comical even in how we do our music. Yeah. Because everybody else wants to be, you know, cool and
just
collected.
Cool.
And like, let's be relatable.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Wow.
That actually, you can just tell it's the Holy Spirit.
It is.
Because it gives all of us expression.
Completely.
Yeah.
I love that.
Nyawira, how did you now get into Misunderstood?
So one day, a friend of ours had a podcast, and I was such a happy contributor on his podcast. So he told me we had this podcast. So it was an interesting one because he had lost his sister. Ben Saiko is his name, and he wanted us to have a conversation on grief. And so I told him, by the way, I can come because let's do this thing. Because I had lost my mom by that time. It was 6 years later. And so I was like, let's do this conversation.
And we'll go back into how you lost your mom.
We will. Yeah. So when we had this conversation with him, we were seated in his studio was so tiny. His house was like a tiny house. We sat on a couch and we were talking.
Yeah.
And at the time, his girlfriend, who is now his wife, walked in. And she said, no, Moji, you were seated down, in fact, on his bed.
I was the cameraman.
You are the cameraman. Go, man. He was the cameraman. And Wanjiro walked in and she said, by then, Nyawira, why don't you start your own thing? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Ni kazi mingi. I'm happy to come and contribute. The problem with that story was that the person who was on the camera was also hearing. So now the thing Moji hasn't told you, ma'am, is that as long as he can see it, it will be done. No. There's no discussion.
It will be done.
It has to be done. Nyawira, I have also seen this thing. Let's go do it. So we went. The next day, you took me for breakfast.
Yeah.
And he gave me a whole plan. He told me, figure out the name, figure out the content. You just show up. I said, yes, sir, yes, sir. Same thing. Sir, yes, sir. I'm commander. I shall respond to what you're telling me. And I went and I thought about this thing. And the thing, remember me telling you about stupid people missing heaven? So that's the name misunderstood, is that I wanted to help people get understanding about different things so that we all get to heaven. Because I was warned as a child.
Yes.
If you're stupid, you're not getting to
heaven.
So I sat down and I was so passionate about giving understanding to very simple things. Yeah, because there are things you know that I would never know.
Right.
Why don't you give me understanding? That was my desire. So I would read a lot and prepare a lot of content, listen to a lot of people, and just think this conversation with Lady Bishop was very powerful. There was something I thought, let me go and write, and we do this content. And that's how the content began. What I didn't know was that content was building a community. So fast forward to 2022.
Yeah.
I tell Moji, by the way, I feel like I need to do something and meet people because I'm extremely extroverted. I didn't understand talking to a camera. I'm like, where are the people? Show me their faces. I want to see reactions. Me, I'm talking to a screen. What are we doing? Yeah. And so I called Kambua, and I always speak highly of her because I told her. I told Pastor George. No, sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
We went for our ladies' meeting at church. Our ladies' ministry at church had a Valentine's thing. And so we sat down, and that day I was told to moderate the panel. So we did the panel. We had a great time. Oh, me, I was just having a good time. It was Valentine's. It was a good time.
Yeah.
What I didn't know was Pastor George was seated in the audience upstairs, so I couldn't see him. So during our debrief for how our Sunday meetings were, he stopped our meeting and said, Nyawira, it's time for you to call people and talk to us. And if it's just me and your husband, we'll sit in the room, and we'll sit down, and you will tell us what you're thinking. Just sit down, call us, we'll come and listen. I was sure this guy is crazy. It's another pastor telling us what he has seen. Me,
like,
what
is that?
I didn't want.
How?
But again, the problem was Moji had, ma'am. Moji had that story.
So when Moji hears, he will make...
It's the problem. He'll remind you that I had Nyawira. I had, and you're not talking about it, and I had it. So we went, I sat down, I told him, by then, I'm thinking about this thing. Let me have this conversation with Kambua. So I call Kambua. Kambua tells me, let's go. Let's do a gathering about grief. Let's call people together, let them come. In my head, I was comfortable if there were going to be 20. 100 people came. Now, it wasn't 100 young girls. It was 100 older women. It was a mix of very different audiences. And when I was watching them coming in, I was sure they're coming for the wrong event. Like, hey, you're lost. You're lost. Where? These are for young girls. Where are you going? What do I have to tell you? You tell me. Don't let me listen to you. And we finished that gathering, and the success of that gathering is what now birthed the community gatherings, because one of the ladies was older, way older. She said she had never spoken about the death of her son for many years. That event was the first time she talked about it. Now I sat there saying, okay, now this means I'm responsible for something. So now let's start doing something. So after that, we went to do another event, unpacking our younger selves. And then over time, that became now what you came to speak at the festival, which was our first festival. Yeah, which was something else.
Yeah.
Something, even me, to this day, I sit down and wonder,
what did we just do?
What just happened?
Yeah.
But it grew, and this community has become a whole different thing. And I think that's the thing, it's that they're not dependent on you, but there's something you have they need. Yeah. So that made me feel like, wow, now let's get this thing serious. So that's how Misunderstood became. Now, this is going to be in June this year, God willing, we'll have done our 10th gathering. Yeah, and this is 3 years later.
Can you imagine?
10th
gathering.
10th.
And the other day you invited this lady from South Africa.
Rory Sang.
Yeah.
That one.
What was that?
We need another woman without limits. Because even me, to this day, I still can't believe.
And that's all the time we had for you today. Wow, catch us here next week, same time.
Because me, I'm extroverted. Everybody is my friend. Everybody is, wow, you're such a nice person. Now, Moji, come and tell you, you didn't see? That's not a good person. They're after you, Nyawira. You can't tell. Listen, give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Nyawira. I've told you 2 weeks. You utaona mambo. I'm like, you're just against my social life. You're against my social life.
You're being a hater.
2 weeks later,
Because me, I'm in the corner listening and I'm like watching. I'm like, Uyo.
This is Sama.
You wait. You'll tell me.
2 weeks later, on the money.
Yeah, you'll tell me.
It didn't work. It didn't work. So you come back with your tail between your legs, like, okay, so Moji, you are right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have listened.
Yeah.